What is up, everyone? This is Keto Granny, and I'm just checking in to let you know how I am doing on my weight loss journey. I'm still continuing on my journey, even though it's slow. It's not at the pace I would like for it to be, but it is coming along, and of course, of that, and for that reason, I am so glad. I can see changes in my body, but the thing that really has been bothering me is that my body is still so soft. My husband loves my soft body. But for myself, I would like for it to be a little bit more toned, a little bit more firm. So, what has worked for me in the past is not working as good now. So, what I have to do is really sit down and tweak my diet. But I have to tweak it in a special way where I may not just be doing keto anymore. I may have to switch my diet where I'm eating a whole lot different foods than I am used to eating. Um, from what I'm understanding, I need to really be focusing on protein and gaining muscle. I feel like that is where I'm having my problem at, and also that I'm not eating enough uh, calories to start with. I'm really begin to understand that in order to lose weight, to lose it healthily, and to lose it on a steady basis, you have to be putting in enough calories in order for your body to burn enough energy for you to lose the weight. Does that make sense? It does to me after I have been doing research and listening to certain people talk about losing weight, burning energy, and the necessary things that have to be in place in order for this to happen. Now, I have been using the ketogenic diet, carnivore, and different things like that to help me lose weight. And all of these things are great and they have served their purpose. However, I am on my journey to 199 pounds, and I'm still playing with this last 25 to 30 pounds to get down to 199. So, I need to find something that is really, really going to work for me and help me keep those pounds off to be able to get there. I have my scale has just been going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I know that I'm not eating all the correct foods all of the time. So that has a lot to do with it. When I'm outdoor dashing, a lot of times what I find myself doing is me and my husband will share drinks. And a lot of times we're just sharing some liquid sugar. I say that because he likes the Sprite and orange and strawberry sodas. And I would drink things like the Sprite Zero, but I also share in those other drinks that we're having along the way because it is so hot outside. And I tell you, after you get hot, you just start kind of drinking what is available to you at that time. Now, we do start off in the morning with taking, bottles of frozen water with us in our container, but those are gone in just a matter of hours, and then we're just left, with what we can drink while we're out working. So it's very, very important. That's one habit that I have to change, and that's something that I'm working on is while we're out. If we are going to share a drink, and if it does have to be a soda, then I want more for it to be like the zero Sprite or the zero orange soda because I have tasted those, and those taste really, really good. Um, and then just having more water available that I can drink while I'm out because it's very, very important to replenish your electrolytes while you are out, especially if you're in the sun. And it's also very, very important that you're staying hydrated. So, as I said, replenishing your electrolytes is very, very important. I have been learning that protein is very, very important, especially as we get older. But the right amount of protein is what is so important. I have been eating protein and I have been adding in more protein to my diet. But however, I have been listening to a coach, a personal trainer, and he has been giving a lot of good advice and a lot of good information, especially for seniors and older adult women. I am going to change my diet to try some of the things that he is suggesting. as I make these changes, I will share them with you, and we can learn together. What works. There are different things that probably you can try or add into your diet or take away from your diet. So, what you really need to do is do research and make whatever you want to do adapt to your lifestyle. Try it out. Try it out. If it's not working, add in different things to it until you find something that is going to work for you. Hello? Once you find something that is going to work for you, give it at least 6 to 8 weeks to find out just how it can benefit you. It's going to take at least that amount of time, just really in order for your body to start adapting to the changes that you are making to it. And that's going to give you a little time to start seeing a little bit of the benefits and some of the adaptive changes that you will be incorporating into your diet and your lifestyle. That is one of the mistakes that we make, especially a lot of us. We rush our results. We rush our results. We want to see results fast. We want to lose the weight fast. We want to get healthy faster. But we must remember that it took us a while to get there, and it's going to take us a while to straighten it up. We have to give ourselves time, but we have to give ourselves actually more time because we have to give ourselves time to adapt. It will take longer for some of us to adapt to our new diets. It will take longer for some of us to adapt to our new lifestyles. And let me say that again. It will take longer for some of us to adapt to our new lifestyles. It will take longer for some of us to adapt to our new diets. It will take longer for some of us to adapt to our meal plans that we choose to incorporate. It may take longer for some of us to um, develop and start using an exercise plan. So when you are starting any new type of a plan that you're wanting to get results from and also see benefits, you're going to have to give yourself time. And you're going to have to take into consideration the time that it's going to take you to adapt. Because you're going to have time to adapt. You're going to have time to possibly have a few fails and start having some successes in order for you to start on your journey. A lot of people don't just start out and start doing the right thing and continue all the way through. Sometimes you fall off, and if you do fall off, you've got to give yourself time to get back up and to start again. That's what you have to do. You have to get back up and start again because you might fail. You may be one of those people who don't have to worry about failure, and it's so easy for you to start and to keep going. And if you are one of those people, I greatly commend you, but I am not. So if you're like me, you're going to have to allow yourself time to adapt. You're going to have to allow yourself time for your failures, time for your successes. All of this is going to have to be included into the time that you allow for yourself. That's why it's a good time. 3 months, it's a really, really good time for a person to allow to see how they're going to do on a different eating plan or anything. Allowing yourself 3 months, it's going to give you time to get to know the foods that you're eating. It's going to give you time to get to know what works best for you, what doesn't work. It's going to give you time where you can do some elimination, and then putting some foods back into your diet to know exactly how your body works. But you can learn a lot within 90 days. That's why 90 days is really, really the sweet spot that you want to aim for. If you are trying something new or if you are tweaking and you want to see some really, really good results. Presently, I have been on I don't want to say I've been on a weight loss journey to get to 199 pounds. And there are some things that I'm doing, like I say, that I know that I have to change. I have not been eating enough calories as far as being able to have enough energy to expend in order to lose my weight. And then some of the calories that I am eating are not the correct calories. Some of them are carbs that I should not be eating, that I have consumed. Some of them are just foods that I need to eat more of, especially protein. I have to eat a lot more protein in my diet. So I have to do a meal prep. In order for me to really eat my proteins, I have to do a meal prep because I want to get my proteins in by eating meats. I'm not necessarily wanting to use a lot of protein powders, a lot of protein supplements, protein bars, or those type of things. I want to do it naturally. So my protein is going to be mostly coming from my meats. But then there's a lot of other things that I have to learn, that goes along with that. Also, I'm trying to find out, am I going to need, I hear some people say that you don't need your probiotics, your prebiotics, and that type of thing when you are doing, if you're mainly doing carnivore. And I figure mainly that's mainly what I'm eating now is carnivore, but I'm going to be eating it much more consciously. And for me, that means a lot. I'm going to be eating it much more consciously, watching the meats that I'm eating, watching seasonings that I am adding to them, because we don't know it. A lot of the seasonings that we use, the base of the seasonings is salt. If the first thing that you see on your seasonings is salt, then you know what? You mostly got salt. And if you have high blood pressure or if you have a lot of other issues going on, you want to avoid adding in a lot of extra salt into your diet. And the way to do that is by reading your labels. I am going to be using what's known as snake juice. I'm going to be adding some of that into my diet, because I have to make sure that I'm getting enough potassium, magnesium, calcium, all of those different um, nutrients and phytonutrients. I want to make sure that I have those in my diet, my zinc, vitamin C, vitamin A, my vitamin B's, E's, all of them, D's, okay? Um, so this is research that I am doing on my own because some say you need those things, some say you don't. So I am learning, what I think I need for my body. Some may not need, say, maybe the potassium, but I may need the extra potassium. So these are different things that I am working to find out because I want to make sure that I am doing it right. Also, with me taking a blood thinner, I want to make sure that there is not anything that I will do that will, cause um, issues with my medication. So these are different things that I have to take into consideration. And also, when you are um, doing different things in your diet, really remember that foods do make a difference and they can affect some of the medications that you take. So make sure that you do your research, ask your doctor, your pharmacist, your nutritionist, your dietitian, whoever you need to consult with, your cardiologist, whomever, to make sure that you aren't doing anything to harm yourself. Okay, then the next thing is I want to add in more exercise. Now, for me, I feel like I just can't exercise like I used to. But what I am going to do is start going into Planet Fitness more. I keep saying that and I keep putting it off, but I'm going to start going into Planet Fitness at least 3 times a week. If I can go in at least 3 times a week where I can get some good strength training in for both my upper and my lower body all at the same time. I don't have to split it up or do any of that. But long as I can get some good strength training in for at least 3 days a week, I feel like I will be able to accomplish and start seeing better results. Like I say, one of the problems that I feel like I have, I'm just too soft, and I just want to get just a little bit firmer, a little bit more toned. And like I said, I brought me some new outfits, so I'm going to share those with y'all. Maybe not this week, maybe in a couple of weeks to see how they fit and everything. But the exercise outfits, things that I can exercise in. And then I have some things, my Temu things that I want to try on and show you all also. But that helps a lot. Buy you a few outfits, that you want to be able to get into, that you want to be able to wear, and put them somewhere in sight where you can see them on a daily basis if that's how you need to see them. So you know that you have something to aim for. You're going to be saying, "Oh, I want to get in that. I want to get in that by this date," and just with that visual there, it's going to make you work harder to reach that goal. It's going to make you want to reach that goal maybe a little bit sooner, but it's going to help you stay focused, and it's going to help you just really, really sometimes enjoy working toward getting to your goal. I did hear coach that I was listening to earlier this morning, he was talking about that when you go to the gym and work out, when you come out of the gym, you shouldn't just be feeling tired and hurt and broke down and all that. You should actually feel good when you go to the gym and you get through working out. So I hadn't really thought about that, but I think most of the time when I go to the gym and I come out, I feel good because I feel accomplished in what I have done when I went. But I'm going to start noticing that. How do I really feel once I work out? Do I feel tired and worn out after that workout? Or do I come out feeling invigorated or feeling like I accomplished something or I did something? I think that's something I want to pay a little bit more attention to. Also, as far as my steps, I have been making my goal every week, which is the 50,000 steps. I have been making that goal every week. Now, however, I don't always hit the 10,000 steps a day, but I'll get close. And so the next day I'll make it up, or I'll make it up on that extra day that I have available. So I have been able to keep hitting my 50,000 steps a week goal, which I'm very, very proud of that because before I actually started doing this challenge with my accountability partner, I just did a hit and miss every now and then. But now I really aim to hit it. But sometimes I feel like they're not good quality steps. And by that I mean like maybe at the end of the day, I may only have about 4 or 5 thousand steps by 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and then I would just rush through doing different things to get to the 10,000 steps, which to me, these are not good quality steps. My good quality steps, though, are the steps that I take while I'm doing my DoorDash, or sometimes when I'm doing my cleaning or my walking, or on my exercise bike that I have right here. These are the times that I feel I'm getting in some good quality steps, or when I get to go to Planet Fitness and work out, then I feel like I'm getting in good quality steps. But sometimes, for the most part, I don't feel like I'm getting in the good quality steps. That's why I want to add in going to Planet Fitness for at least 3 times during the week so I can feel like I worked out to get those steps. Because just getting up and just walking in place or moving my arms, doing my arm circles and different things, or even just, lifting my weights and stuff, I feel like is not adequate enough for me. I know it's not adequate enough for me. I need weights that are a little bit heavier. I need to do more sets, more repetitions. And I find out I do that best when I go to Planet Fitness and I do the circuit, and then I add in some of the extra machines that they have available out on the floor. I'm also looking at going through using some of the machines with a personal trainer so that I'll know how those machines, um, how I'm actually supposed to operate those machines. Because some of the machines I'll go and get ready to get on them to start using them, and they just seem so foreign and so complicated that I just avoid using them altogether. So I'm thinking about doing that with a personal trainer. So that's going to give me a better base as far as being able to use more machines that are at Planet Fitness. I want to start working more on strength training. It seems like the strength training is where I'm going to be getting most of my results right now. So I'm changing my way of thinking somewhat. I'm starting to look at things more like how would I do these things if maybe if I were training for some type of athletic situation? How would I eat? How would I change my way of eating? How would I change the way that I exercise? These are things that I'm kind of looking at to add in a little bit more strenuous things for myself to do, but not things where I'm going to injure myself or anything like that. I'm going to do things if it, if it has to be chair exercises or exercises where I use the wall or resistance bands. But there are many exercises that I know that I can do that I can see benefits from. Anyhow, let's see what else, what have I forgotten as far as what I'm talking about. My meals. I've added back in spinach to my meal. Yes, I did want to talk about, I did um, have a meal last week and I had added a new vegetable in. Um, Palms. What is it? I have to pull it up. Palmini, for what they eat as far as spaghetti. And I tell you, that stuff tore my stomach up. My blood pressure went up because I was in so much pain, so much pain. And it was from eating that root vegetable for spaghetti. Even though some things say that they are keto friendly or they're made for keto, that doesn't mean that you can eat it. It doesn't mean that your body's going to tolerate or anything, because there are so many things out there that they say are keto friendly, or maybe they are keto friendly, but that doesn't mean that it's going to agree with your body or it's something that you're going to be able to incorporate into your diet. That is something I most definitely cannot incorporate into my diet. And then once after I was trying to figure out what was wrong with me, what had caused me to have this episode, I had to go back and think about what had I eaten that was different, and that was the only thing. And I put it in Google, and it came up that a lot of people have this reaction to eating this particular root vegetable. So I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to share that with everyone, because you can have different reactions to things. And it's not to say that the vegetable isn't good or anything like that, because when I first started eating, I thought it tasted very, very good. Um, it was sometime doing as I was eating it, I started feeling kind of full and different things like that, so I stopped. And then by the time I got back home later on that evening and nighttime, that's when I started having my reaction. So just wanted to share that with you. That everything that says keto, keto friendly, you cannot always eat it all. Also, um, yes, exercise. I was able to go out and walk around the lake the other day. I was happy for that because I hadn't been able to do that in a while. So I got out, walked around the lake because the weather was nice. I hope it's like that this evening, and maybe I can get out and just walk a little bit more. But 10,000 steps isn't a hard amount of steps to do. I have been having trouble doing it because, like I said, I haven't had a lot of energy. It's been hot. And when you're out in the heat and working, that seems to just drain your body of energy. At least it does for me. And when I first get in, I find myself tired and I have to rest, take a nap, put my feet up, different things like that. Make sure I'm drinking enough water and stuff to get, my electrolytes replenished. So I start working on those different things after I get home. And sometimes it makes it a little harder for me um, to concentrate on myself. But it's very important that you concentrate on yourself. It's very important that you do the things that you have to do in order to stay healthy. You got to be able to work those things in, because you got to be in good health yourself in order for you to take care of others. And we as mothers, we always have something to do. We always have to take care of someone else. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're eating like you should eat, you're getting your proper rest, your proper sleep, you're getting your proper diet in, and you're just taking care of yourself, pampering yourself also when you need to do those things, not just on your birthday. Anyhow, I hope I've given you some information that I am using, that maybe you can incorporate into your diet in your own little way. That's going to help you, make changes. That's going to help that scale start moving a little bit more. That's going to help you start feeling a little bit better. But know that keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Even though it seems like the scale is not moving like it's supposed to, just put that scale away. Keep doing what you're supposed to doing. Keep eating like you're supposed to. Um, if you can't get the 10,000 steps a day, go for walks after you eat. After you have a meal, go for a 10 or 15, 20-minute walk. That's going to help, and it's going to make a difference. Every time you have a snack, go for a 10 or 15-minute walk. Okay? And try to do at least 3 of these walks a day. You'll be able to see some difference with that also. But anyhow, I hope I've given you some information that can help you. And anything that you would like to share with me, please do it below. This is Keto Granny. If this is your first time here, I would like to welcome you to my channel. On this channel, I share information as far as my weight loss journey. I share some of my meals, my recipes, and also I share things that don't work for me, and different things that I learned along the way and things that may help you. And then I'd like for you to share those things with me also. This is a two-way situation here. But also, if you are a returning subscriber, I want to welcome you back, and I want to thank you for taking time to be here with me this evening. This is Keto Granny saying stay blessed. And until tomorrow, I'll see you again.